Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Jennifer Beals. Thank you for joining us live here in Dallas, Texas on
My
the
pleasure.
Valder Beebe Show. Thank you so much.
I love your name.
I thank you. Well, we love you. You've had quite a stellar career. You really have.
Thank you.
I was reading some interesting things about you, so you have to tell me if they're true, because you know how
Right,
cyberspace is.
Right.
That you received a Golden Globe nomination,
Yes.
and you also earned an NAACP Image Award.
Yes, I did.
That is so awesome.
Isn't it? It's really exciting.
It is. Well, you've had a long career. First of all, I'd like to ask you, and I know you took a break, but how do you stretch your career so long?
Oh, my goodness. I think you stay interested. And I think the universe notices that you're staying interested. And I've just been really lucky to find projects that engage me. And I guess I'm lucky that way.
That is such great inspiration. And, of course, we see you on the big screen. We saw you in the movie with Denzel Washington. I can't recall the name of it now.
There's the first one I did with Denzel was called Devil in a Blue Dress, I love this film.
That was good.
And then the next film was Book of Eli, which I also really love. It was one of the best experiences, actually, I've had on set.
We loved you in the Book of Eli. I love anything that has a biblical overtone. I do.
Yes, it was interesting, wasn't it?
I
thought it was a really interesting story.
You played your part so very, very well. So we love the work you do. But another thing about you, you've been around for a long time, and, you could be mistaken for someone's daughter on screen. And you probably are, but I'm talking about someone's young daughter. You look beautiful, and I know you came to talk about skin, so we'd like to get some of your beauty secrets, but I think I know already. I think it's from the inside.
I think it's from the inside, too. I really think it starts from the inside. I think it starts with your thoughts, and I think it starts with nutrition and sleep, and I think, if you're smart, you'll give yourself a good skincare regime, because that's another thing that's under your control.
What do you do? We want to do what you do.
In terms of which? The nutrition, the sleep, the
Well,
thoughts,
just
or
give
the
us
skincare?
give us little tidbits so we can do something and you can inspire us.
Well, in terms of nutrition, I don't really drink. I don't eat a lot of meat or fatty foods. I very rarely have dessert, though when I do have dessert, I have it in a big way. And I really try to make sure that I get quality sleep, though that doesn't always happen. But, one can have their goals. And as far as the skincare regimen, I have recently started using the line Everdeep, which is based around the active ingredient in the line is based around the unique properties of algae, which doesn't seem to age very quickly because it's able to retain its moisture. Even when I do a lot of open water swimming, so I spend a lot of time in the ocean and on the beach, and you notice on the beach when you see seaweed, it still retains its moisture, even when it's out of the water in the direct sun. And so I think the magicians at Everdeep have tried to capture that mechanism by which the seaweed or the algae is able to retain its moisture and bring that to a skincare line.
Is it all natural?
I think it's predominantly natural. There are some synthetic chemicals in it, but one of the things that makes me really excited is that there are no parabens and there are no phthalates in the line. And I asked them because there's a listing in some of the ingredients where it says fragrance, and a lot of companies will use that umbrella to put all kinds of toxic things in a product. And I asked them point blank what's in the fragrance, and it's all essential oils. And as you may or may not know, parabens and phthalates are both reproductive toxins. And
yes.
Parabens in particular are a class of chemicals that have been linked to breast cancer. So anything with paraben at the end of it, you really want to avoid that.
Well, Jennifer, what do you have on your calendar after this, since you're looking so youthful? What do you got on your calendar?
I am in the midst of producing a show for HBO called Laughs Unlimited, along with Lauren Schuler Donner, and Oren Moverman is directing and writing the show. And I also have a film that I'm shooting this summer called Manhattan Nocturnes with Adrian Brody and Campbell Scott.
Oh, I
I'm
adore
also,
Adrian.
one more thing, because this actually ties in with the Everdeep line, and I have reissued this book that I did based on the L Word, my experience on the L Word. It's a series of interviews with the cast and photographs that I took during the 6 years that we were doing the show. And the proceeds from the book go to Mount Sinai's Children's Environmental Health Center. Environmental health is something that I've really become interested in the last few years, and have spent some time lobbying to make sure that we have better toxic chemical laws. So the book, you can go to lwordbook.com to check out the book. And as far as Everdeep is concerned, you can go to everdeep.com to check out the skincare line.
Jennifer Beals, thank you so much for sharing and giving us inspiration, and we continue to adore you and watch you on the big screen and the small screen. Thank you so very much.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure.